have a new regime. We have a fresh government, national and local. We saw this as a great opportunity after having participated in that elections. Faced with that kind of situation, in fact, overwhelming mandate for the Aquino government. We think that that's one great chance for this region to be able to deliver on promises, commitments to social and environmental justice. The high poverty, high inequality baseline of 1990 is the same as what we are facing in 2010. That's the context of the Philippine condition. Being faced by government, by citizens groups like PRRM who want to make an impact on the situation and to change that condition. PRRM believes that government would still be the main delivery mechanism for all these commitments. Since government's promised to deliver all those outcomes, we were expecting something much different now. We want to collect on that promise, so to speak. PRRM, having been an advocate of good governance translates into delivering sustainable development, social and environmental justice. We want to see that. But we also commit to helping this government to the extent that we can, in whatever way we can. National government to local government. In 2009, we have set our strategic directions and outcomes. We put a high premium on making sustainable development happen on the ground, and that means strengthening the movement, the local movements of citizens at the provincial community level so that they could put pressure on government to make big changes happen at the locality. For that, we need strong local movements. That is our first strategic outcome. The second is for PRRM to be able to high profile its voice in influencing public policy at the national level. So we engage in public debate on policy at the national level. And the third, of course, is institutional sustainability. So we need to strengthen PRRM to be able to do what it has set out to do. For 2011, we are faced with a new government. It has made a lot of promises. This is a good time for us to be able to do whatever we can. We said that PRRM will engage government to produce a credible and participatory national development plan for the next 6 years. And we want to see that plan that is really a climate sensitive, a poverty sensitive, MDG sensitive, climate sensitive, sustainable development at the national level based on what's going on the ground level, at the level of the local government. We want to see these changes, translation of the national plan, development plan, into local development plan. We have done all this talking with newly elected local government officials and tell them about what we want to see happen. Engage them in discussions about the vulnerability, the analysis that needs to happen in the area where people would be participating, and then coming up with a plan based on those analyses. Given the resource constraints nationally and locally, the best area within which to try cooperation with government is really in improving governance. We have talked about Tabato governor who has been complaining about the slowness of the grind of the bureaucracy, even what they are already entitled to, like IRA is not coming in time, projects that have already been submitted, farm to market roads especially, which has a direct relation to poverty reduction. It's too slow. The whole year, in fact, not much has happened yet by way of unloading all those resources from the national for the local government units to be able to do their work. The ever available resources, PRRM has been saying that, look, at least we should be able to come up with a good plan. Establishing, again, clarifying the baselines, helping them do analysis of their vulnerabilities, do that kind of assessment, which would be the the basis for planning, local development planning. From the north to the south, we were able to help out at least the best we can do in terms of analyzing the poverty situation so that local officials and the local planners to direct their attention to things that for us really matter to the people, to the communities, and that is addressing poverty, addressing the vulnerability to whatever is coming their way. We want to continue with that for the rest of the year. The strengthening of the local movement is really to getting people mobilized, utilizing our sources that are already in place. That means chapters, members of PRRM partners like our 5 federations, and that task is assigned to our organizers, field people. We were hoping that the chapters could take lead roles in mobilization of the citizens to address the issues they're confronting in their communities, and to build all the alliances that are necessary to be able to strengthen the voice of ordinary people to make an impact on government behavior. What are the issues around which people would mobilize, and what are the approaches to those? The concentration of poverty really is in the coastal communities. The fishing communities in our country are one of the poorest. We see poverty in the coconut areas, and that's being addressed by our coconut farmers organizations, Nyugan. The fishers is being addressed by our organization among fishers, Pumalu. And in the farmlands, we have small farmers, some of them landless or tenants, and who are addressing food issues related to farming. So these are the areas of poverty that we need to concentrate on, and we are pushing for a community-based approach to all that. We're talking about community-based coastal resources management involving the fishers, addressing all the issues related to the destruction, degradation of the coastal resources. And they're continually doing not just cleaning up the degraded areas, but also restoring the mangroves, and we are succeeding that. And then protection of the marine ground, the marine reserves, and continuing education among the fishers to be able to preserve their areas. Now that we have the Organic Agriculture Act, so all we need to see is to get that implemented, and we want to see things happening on the ground. Our partner Farmers Federation, Sakahan, has been able to help government speed up the implementation of that, while they themselves, with or without government, are doing the shift from chemical agriculture to organic agriculture, and we have done that in different areas, and that's continuing. We want to see our partner Coconut Federation, the Nyugan, to make an impact on making governments see the need for coconut industry revival, because it is a key industry that will lead our country to sustainable development in light of climate change and extreme weather. The RH, the Reproductive Health Advocacy of PRRM, along with many others who are really lead in that particular advocacy. We are trying to improve health service delivery system by government from the national to the local. We just want government to meet the minimum promises in the Millennium Development Goals, that no mothers will die of childbirth. Every delivery must be attended by skilled professionals to reduce maternal mortality. Second, no newborn should die. A middle-income country like the Philippines, a high maternal and infant mortality rate is really an aberration. It has no place in our system. We want to come up really with an integrative process that will cover everything, from food problem, securing jobs and livelihoods, health, to addressing the impacts of extreme weather events, climate variability, and climate change. We want to continue with that for the rest of the year.